ever since, or has there been periods like in your life where you haven't been playing at all?
Define not at all. I mean, of course there have been some weeks where I didn't have time, right? But like I don't think there ever have been like a month's break.
Okay, so basically you've been gaming all your life.
Yeah, I guess you can call it that.
From childhood until now.
Yeah.
Okay, so another thing that's quite interesting for people to know, Nisse, where are you from?
I'm from Denmark.
From Denmark. So the next thing I want to ask you is, you've been playing computer games throughout your whole life. Is there some games that have like maybe been more, how to say, close to your heart during this time? Games that you remember and experiences that you have taken from playing these games?
Yeah, I guess StarCraft 1 was like the first game I really stick for like many years, right? And then after StarCraft 2, also used to play like a lot Age of Empires 3. And actually I used to be like way more like RTS gamer than actually RPG, but...
So, Nisse, would you care to let us know a little bit about like this period of time where you played RTS? Like, what was it like? Were you ever successful?
No. Never was hardcore in RPG. I was of course a competitor, right? For my age and for my time spent on gaming. Like right now, like when I've not worked right now, I'm spending like 12-18 hours a day streaming. But when I have work, I'm streaming when I have time, or 4 or 5 hours a day playing. And that was like the only time I had to gaming before. But then I think 4 years ago, I think, I started, I lost my job the first time, and I started to play World of Warcraft. And then pretty fast got in a hardcore raiding guild. And it was like raiding 5 times a week. And it was first there I actually was considering to take it to, what can you call it, the next level.
So that's also interesting thing, because World of Warcraft is kind of a game I think almost everyone has been touched in some way.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's where you started, like, how to say, playing more than just for fun. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was where I started to be. I didn't want to do what the average person could do or had time to do. I want to do something that the average person want to be able to have time to do, but for obvious reason with like wife and kids and job would never have time to take the game to that level. And if not the game, then the theocrafting behind the game. Like there's much, like especially in World of Warcraft, you're spending way more time on, for example, planning and theocrafting your characters and get max DPS and all that kind of stuff, compared to how much time you actually spend on actually playing. Of course, the new content, you're rating maybe 12 hours straight, right? But then the rest of the time you just planning and calculating.
I understand. So you were playing in a hardcore guild in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
What made you decide to change game to Diablo?
World of Warcraft was kind of took a break of World of Warcraft at the end of the Ice Crown Citadel, Wrath of the Lich King. After we've farmed the content for too long, there was like no point. Then I came back in Cataclysm, rating hardcore. We actually rated 7 days a week, 5 hours every evening, to get some server first. I was rating with my old Danish guild, and I was rating with Envy's B team on the second server. And there my girlfriend more or less said that if I wanted to keep rate like this, I may try to find somewhere else to live. It wouldn't be very properly. And I was actually considering it to tell you where the door was. And I was considering a second time, and I was like, oh well, we're done with this content anyway. So yeah, I had to quit it. It was not worth it.
Wow.
So you quit the playing. Was that before Diablo was released?
Yeah, it was way before. Yeah. I don't know. It was in Firelands. What is that? 1.5 years ago. So yeah, it was like 1 year before. Then I spent most of the time on working in StarCraft 2. I never came higher against the tie-off, but Master League in StarCraft 2. But my arm can't take that kind of APM spamming with the mouse. So I have no chance.
My master is still quite impressive.
The golf arm, do you call it that? I think you call it that in English.
So after that, you ended up playing the game you currently play, Diablo.
Yeah.
What was it that attracted you to this game?
I played a lot of Diablo 2, mostly on LAN games. That was a big game everyone was speaking about it, everyone wanted to play it. And StarCraft, I had my time there and was annoyed in StarCraft. Like I could play for 1 or 2 hours practice and then my arm did hurt. And it annoyed me that I couldn't practice as hard as the game as I at that point had time to do. That was really annoying. I wanted to take it like I wanted to take it where I was used to take World of Warcraft, if you can say it like that way, right? I know not every person in the world is made to be able to run around with 200 APM when they're trying to play. Like even 100 APM is impressive for the most. But if you want to be the 1% on the top, right? You need to have everything available for you, and for me, it's that pain is not there. I think my multitasking is more or less fine if it's only in the game, and then I kind of had to find some more, what you call it, more relaxed gaming style.
And you said you had some experience previously with Diablo 2, so did it feel naturally? You played a lot of Blizzard games?
Yeah, I played Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 2 and even Warcraft 1. I did touched when I was very, very young. So yeah, I guess it's natural to stick with not only Blizzard, I played other games too, but yeah, I guess.
Okay, so were you like excited like most crazy people like myself, like doing hallelujahs before the game was released, or did you start playing as soon as it was released? Or
yeah, I was waiting.
When did you get into it?
I was spamming the password the very first evening to try get in. It still kept me out for 3 hours. And I did catch up my friends really fast. And from there we just raced out, you know? Like being done with Diablo Inferno as fast as possible and that kind of stuff. And lived with the nerves to come.
Nisse, tell me about your theory crafting in Diablo 3. You say you do a lot of that in World of Warcraft, right? So in Diablo 3, like what kind of theory crafting projects have you been on? I know you play a monk. Like, have you found out anything that you want that's like spectacular that you want everyone to know?
Yeah, it was one of the first to start with the Tempest Rush. There was right after one of the first nerfs in Inferno. Everyone was like amazed of the Diablo, of the Barbarian whirlwind / sprint farming. Like we just kill a double tornado build, I guess they call it. And it was like, this is the only class that work in the game. Nothing ever gonna beat it. And there I started working intensive to figure out and look on the monk what abilities can I use to try catch up to my Barbarian friends. And I did work harder and harder to make Tempest Rush work. I even have like a very old guide on the monk forum on Europe. I think it was the first actual Tempest Rush guide that was written. But they even posted on the US form too. They never updated on US. So yeah, I just started that. And they had to start streaming. I didn't really wanted it to stream at that point. But I did get XSplit and some more streaming programs just to show it off for friends. They wanted to see what I was doing and why I was doing it. And then one thing took another. And then it started being streaming.
So can you show me it in action?
Show what? Tempest Rush? Yeah, sure. That's the thing that's
Yeah.
So let's have a Nisse, with your permission, I'm gonna bring up your stream on my screen.
Yeah, sure, of course.
So, showing Nisse's stream right now. This is Nisse. This is a stream I watch a lot. And Nisse, you know it. You know, I'm there every day.
Yeah. Like,
I think there's a lot of fun stuff going on here.
yeah. I've been changing my build around a lot, especially about sweeping lines. I used to run a lot in a storm with a spirit regeneration. Been a lot of debate about that. In the very start, I was running with Cyclone. Now I'm running with Cyclone again, since I'm using an MP6 even. I started to use it as a movement speed 2 between every single pack. And the goal when we first made it was I wanted to hit the next pack before sweeping line ran out. And as most people know, it lasts for this is 5-6 seconds before you lose the stacks. You can see here. And then you need to stack it up to 3 again, so that was my goal. But in the end we hit so high DPS that on MP1 and MP0 that heavy Muppet and Crest into would actually just get one shot. And then we used to use max speed regen from the Guardian's Passes 2 Enter, Chance of Resonance, and Circular Breathing. Many are using too. Rather than the DPS, since you don't need the DPS, you can't kill faster than one shot. So rather want the speed regen. So that was like the thought process behind it.
Let's have a look.
Damn, this program is actually eating my CPU. Oh,
Yeah, it does, to some extent.
It eating 3 times CPU than XSplit.
Yeah.
Shit program.
It's quite popular in the US.
Really? I've never heard about it before.
Yeah. It's a lot of young people, a lot younger than me, are using it.
I was talking with my brother, he's an IT supporter in London, and he was saying, what the fuck is that? And he was taking
This
off.
is really interesting to watch, because like I've seen you do this for so many hours. You know, you jump to the mobs and just kill everything.
Yeah.
And when I was watching you do this, Nisse, like I was always thinking like, well, this is faster than I can ever farm with my barb.
Yeah, now you're eco.
It really was. And then one day I like saw you on the stream. You had written farming with my demon hunter because it's faster than
Exactly.
the monk.
It is. It's at least as fast as monk. That's for sure.
Because this is quite fast.
Yeah.
James, what do you think? Does it look fast to you?
It's alright.
Like,
I'm watching the monk speed.
Nisse, how much
I'll
XP
stay-
per hour do you get from this build?
I don't know, I've never calculated off stream, since I don't never kill anything off stream. Like, I was really bored with Diablo before the stream. I didn't really see any reason to play it anymore, right? Like, you could level, yes, but for what reason? You could maybe upgrade a bit more DPS, for what reason? And then I just start stream to share with everyone. As you also know, like, all goal I'm making, I'm giving out to the viewers. I'm more or less not keeping anything for myself, not upgrade my gear for more than 1 month. So my point was just to help the community rather than helping myself, since there's nothing to help here. And yeah, so I'm just sitting and chatting with the viewers and having a blast. Not much point in doing anything else.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot. Really noticed that a lot. That like you're spending all your time helping other people. Mostly it's like you're either building a monk for a friend or for a viewer, or you're boosting someone. And also when you're theory crafting, it's rarely for yourself, but for someone else. Showing people how to flip items. It's a lot of that. So that's the kind of content I have experienced on your stream. Is that what you're trying to show your viewers?
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to show that what I am doing, or what Nisse is doing, also a great monk. Anyone can do. It's just about